Hey guys, how are you all doing? Today I want to talk about something a little different than a typical fragrance review. As you can see that I got a bunch of fragrances right in front of me. I was actually keen to make this video for the people. Mostly this video is dedicated to people who are younger and then maybe who are just getting into the fragrance game. I've been in this game more than a year. I learned quite a few things and I would just like to share my knowledge just for your benefit, guys. These are going to be a few pointers for you to choose the right fragrance and then few other facts that you may want to know before purchasing or before getting into the game, right? So I'll just show you a few random fragrances in the collection and I'll show you maybe how to apply or where to wear the fragrances for the right condition and a few other things. Okay, let's go. All right, so I have my note. I prepared my note, so I will go point wise. Okay, first of all, I think when you want to decide you want to buy a fragrance, right? So may it be designer or niche, whatever game you're into, always make sure buy your fragrances from very trusted sources or shops, rather, like shopping malls, the more known ones, right? Like if you are going for a proper shopping mall, you are going to be assured with the real thing, right? The original fragrance. Okay, so that's number one. And then pay retail price a little bit more, because why I would recommend pay a little bit more for most of the more popular fragrances, because you pay a little bit more but you get the genuine stuff. Don't risk it buying online and here and there with the places where it's a bit sketchy, like they're selling it for a significantly cheaper price, like whatever is costing you $100 in the retail store, but you're getting it for $20. So always have, because usually it cannot be that cheap usually, right? So your hard-earned money and whatever money you're going to spend, make sure you don't lose out $80 to pay like $20 and you get a fake, so you're actually losing out $20, right? So that's my first suggestion. Second one, I would say this is a very important thing. For all the fragrance reviews we have on YouTube, you can watch it all day, all night long, and you can watch all of them. But actually, no one can actually describe to you how a fragrance really smells. You can only smell the fragrance yourself to your nose, and then only you can tell, oh, okay, right, it's like this, it's like that. Maybe for example, I would say here two of the fragrances, Versace, Mano Fresh, and there's a Polo Blue. Both of them are classified as fresh aquatics for summer days, right? So more or less they have similar notes and stuff. So sometimes you'll get the feel like these two are maybe close, they're aquatic and then it's similar, but in reality they don't smell similar at all. Maybe there's few similarities, but you really have to smell Polo Blue and then Versace Mano Fresh separately, because they are unique and different and beautiful in their own ways. So sometimes maybe you have this you're very selective on certain notes or certain way that fragrance smells, so your preference could be different, and just by listening to the fragrance review you cannot tell like what is actually each fragrance smell like. So I suggest you go and try, if possible, do the hard work, walk by the store and then give it a try with your own nose. Don't ever blind buy or buy on the based on the fragrances or reviews. All right, so that's my second one. Third one is compliments. It's a very important thing, and like compliments wise, when you hear, like for example, Jeremy fragrances, one of the most handsome young man, and he's a model, and he's on, like, if you look at him, he's a very good looking guy and he's a very popular guy, and he is known to his community. He has a huge fan base. So if you're thinking, oh, Jeremy got like 40 compliments in one night, maybe he gets, but then you are thinking, oh, if I buy Jeremy's suggested fragrance, I'm gonna get 40 compliments in one night. It may not happen. I'm telling you, more likely it won't happen, because you may not dress as well as him, you may not be as good looking as him or share the confidence, or maybe you are not a very proper gentleman, you're approaching girls wrong, hey baby, what's up and all. So if you're cheesy in a way, fragrance is not going to help you, I'm telling you that, right? And then another thing is, every country has its own custom and culture. They have their own values and morals. So what's the culture, whatever is in States or Canada or UK, it may not be the same for some Asian countries where some people be, the culture is a bit more introvert and their people are a bit more shy, so they may like the way you smell but not going to come up to you and say, hey, you smell nice. People are not that outgoing, so don't be disappointed when you don't get compliments, but then look out for those expressions, facial expressions, or the looks. Sometimes you can pick up from the smile or the nods. If you really pay attention, you're going to be able to tell if they like it or not, and if they really like it, from the facial expressions. So it varies from different country to country. So don't get disappointed and don't get, don't think like, oh, my perfume doesn't work. Okay. So you have to make it work, and you also have to look for the reactions. But, if you stink, people are going to make a face like, yeah, you stink. So you can pick up. So look for those signs. All right. Don't think like it's uniform sort of a culture that you're going to get compliments in a similar way. Like, I want to bite you on your neck and stuff. You're not going to get that everywhere. All right. The next one, I say the price differences. This is a very important issue for all the people who are new in the game, especially for our Asian bros who are watching, even including me when I started watching. I used to think, in States you're gonna get Nautica watch for $10, $20. It doesn't happen for us, because when you go, like I am in Malaysia, I go to the mall, I look for the fragrances. Sometimes very difficult to find the fragrance itself. Secondly, they're not that cheaply priced and they don't get discounted. If you're lucky, you'll find here and there one or two. But Nautica Voyage is not that available here in Malaysia. And second of all, if you want to import or you want to buy, you're gonna end up paying at least $50 US. So that's something you should keep in mind when you get into the game, because you should be ready to pay a little bit more on the countries where fragrances are imported mostly, and they have usually high taxes and all. All right. Okay, and then coming to the next point, I would say the top 10 fragrances, like whatever is favorite to you. Like, let's say this is a list here right in front of me. So these are, for example, my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, let's say top fragrances right now. But this is not going to stay like this for a very long time, because every now and then your taste changes. New releases are out, so you're not going to be wearing the same fragrance all the time. It's kind of boring as well. If you find something really that great for you. But usually you'll notice, even for the reviewers, they keep changing their top 10s every now and then, every year or so, because people's tastes they change, and then also the new releases and all, so it gets updated. So whatever is in your top 10, it may not be tomorrow in your top 10, or maybe someone else's top 10. Don't get disappointed, like it is a fun game. That's what the beauty about this game. All right. And another point, you would always wonder, okay, to me, I'll give you an example. Polo Blue, this was my university scent. I had owned, I think, 3-4 bottles of this, and I got a smaller 75 ml bottle just for the memory's sake, right? I love this smell, guys. I mean, this has performance issues and whatnot, but the opening burst, like I didn't know it was cucumber, right? Okay, but to me it smelled very fresh and blue, aquatic, airy, and a little bit of soapy, clean and fresh feel. So I love it, but this is not, I was surprised to know them, but many people, are a fan of this thing. Like, not many people love Polo Blue. I was a bit sad and upset about why people don't like such a beautiful scent. But then I realized with time, not everybody loves the same scent, guys. There's no universally accepted perfect scent. Whatever is good, it has some bad sides in it, or some people like it, some people love it, and some people may hate it. So there is no universally good or bad scent. It totally depends on your nose, right? Whatever you like wearing. That's, every person is different and unique. So that's the beauty of the game. So there is no such bad scent, whatever, if you don't like, you can call it polarizing, but don't say it's a bad scent, because whatever is not a great scent to you, maybe someone else's gem. Okay, so next point, I will come in, like before I hit the application sort of a thing, I'll cover, it's going to be a bit longer video because I'm going to talk about few aspects of fragrances. So I mentioned it in the beginning, when you wear perfumes or fragrances, it's not just enough. It's not the only thing that matters. If you're wearing like shorts and wearing some flip-flops and some shitty t-shirts and then you're wearing the most expensive perfume in the world, it's not going to give a very good impression, because it's a total package. When people look at you, your shoes, your watch, and the way, if you're clean, your nails are clean, or you have a nice haircut, or nice specs, or wearing nice sunglasses, whatever designer brands you carry, your wallet, so altogether it gets an impression. It's not like only fragrance going to make you attractive to ladies. If you don't take shower and you just wear a shitload of perfume and you go out there, hey baby, I'm smelling good. No, you're not. I'm sorry. If you're smelling good, maybe, but you look like a trash. So altogether, you have to have some sort of balance. Cleanliness, your behavior, and your way you carried yourself. And it's important that you are well spoken and nice person. You smile and not uptight or unsocial. People usually hate those kind of people. So it's important how you carry over. Okay. So next one, very important. Choose your fragrance based on weather. Okay. For example, I'll talk about Chanel. The Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. This is more suitable for summer and a little bit not colder weather, but somewhere in the middle of summer and winter, maybe for fall and maybe spring. I don't know. This is a great scent. It's a light scent. It's a lemony scent. It has some musk in it. It's not heavy. You can apply a lot of this thing. But if you wear this in the winter, people are not going to be able to smell you that much. All right. So yeah, it's important that you choose something that suits the winter and it's going to survive the chill. All right. For example, you're wearing this Ultramall from Jean Paul. You wear this stuff. This is piercing through the heat and like cold like nothing else can. But when you wear this in this high summer heat and you wear like 6-7 sprays of this, you're gonna be killing people around you guys. You don't want to do that. People are gonna be like looking at you like, what's wrong with this guy? So choose your fragrance based on the season. Understand, look at the fragrances first, what they are meant to do and what season they are meant to be used for. Okay, very important. All right, next point. What fragrances are great fragrances? This is a big debate that goes on forever and ever. Usually some of the consensus are people who can afford niche fragrances, to them designers are crap. You pay less, it's a cheap fragrance, it's not that good enough. But when you buy a niche fragrance, does it mean that you're necessarily getting a better fragrance, high quality fragrances? Not always. I don't own any niche, but I tried them from time to time. Yeah, many of the times they smell like they're richer, and then they're well constructed and better quality ingredients are used, but not necessarily they always last that longest. The price differences are like $100, $200 difference, but not necessarily designer or niche determines what is better. So you have to really study further, look into the nose and look at the fragrances and see what actually works for you guys. All right, so not necessarily niche and designer prices determine the quality of the juice. Okay, next tip for the younger folks and bros of mine: don't wear everything that's like, if you want to get compliments and attention, don't wear the same scent that everybody wears. It's like something very, very popular at one time. This stuff was crazy. It's still very popular. People wear 1 million, like, yeah, hell, Arab bros of mine, Habibis. These guys, they are like, hey bro, it doesn't matter, we're in Dubai or States or wherever, we're going to be rocking 1 million like crazy. We go take a shower, we go to the washroom, we'll go eat and everything, go clubbing. Well, like, let's just wear 1 million. When you do that, people get, used to your fragrance, and everyone knows like what you're wearing. 100 guys wearing the same thing, it's not really attractive. People be like, oh, you smell nice. Yeah, I smelled this before. So you look for something different, but actually good fragrances, but that projects better, like projects nicely, smell nice, but uncommon. You're gonna get good reaction from that, because ladies, they haven't smelled this that many times, like something uncommon. Going to the next point, right? Okay, this is very important as far as I'm concerned. Okay, purchasing a fragrance. How do you purchase a fragrance? The biggest truth you have to know is, for all the bros out there, I'm telling you, even for me, I learned it firsthand. Plan for your purchase. Don't buy something that like crazy. You because you love fragrances, you're addicted to it, you have to buy everything every week. And if you have the money and then stuff, you can end up buying 1,000, 2,000, few thousand bottles. But in the end of the day, how many are you going to use and you're going to be carrying with you, because when you move from one country to another, it's not easy to move them around. So yeah, and you don't want to have like a huge collection, then most of them are going to be unused. You're not going to be using them that much. All right, so don't waste your money, and you cannot buy actually everything in the market. Always take note, you don't buy everything in the market. You buy the ones you really like. Look at the houses individually, check out every fragrance and see which one you think is worth putting your money into. So very, very important when it comes to purchasing decision for average Joes like us. So very important, guys. Always make sure, plan, write down the notes, what's good, what's bad, and what does it give you. Does it give you what you expect out of it, right? So plan and do the purchasing later. And then connected to that, never blind buy. Always remember, guys, never blind buy. You watch a fragrance review on YouTube and you think, oh, this is going very like this. For example, Mont Blanc individual, Jeremy said this is like number 1 in his list. But are you sure it's going to be your number 1? Because I have seen some guys who are not really happy with purchasing it blind. They bought it blind, and then later they're like, oh, this is trash, this is nothing scent, this is like the small scents and it's nothing special. Hey guys, not every scent is special to everyone. All right, you are the one who are at fault here. You blind bought something based on someone's recommendation. You didn't try the smell. It may work on your skin, it may not. Not everything works on you. All right, different things work on different people's skin. All right, so never blind buy, guys. All right. Then another thing, this is going a bit long, but I'll try to cover all the points since I love fragrances so much. If you're wise, if you're buying fragrances, you'll be looking for discounts. All right, like look around, travel around, see the mall, spend a little bit of time and money. You have to invest your time and money in this, guys. If you really love this game, don't just simply sit there at home. Just go to one mall and one shop. They don't have everything, guys. If you at least have 3-4 malls that you go around and shops, eventually they will have new. Try to go to the shops. They have newer bottles every now and then. They bring in every few months. So in that way, you're gonna have more choices. You get to try more fragrances. You learn and you get to compare, right? So, and those shops and those malls, eventually every year for Christmas and Eid and whatnot, Chinese New Year, they'll have some promotion discounts going on. Look for that. Sometimes there are some gems out there which is discounted heavily. I got this as a discount, as a 50% was off, and it was like limited bottles. Like there were 3 left. Genuinely, I wanted to buy all 3, but I just bought the 1 because 1 is enough for me. So it's a steal sometimes. You have a good fragrance, you feel good about it. Don't always pay retail when you can find, like for example, this can be found in any mall actually. Like few fragrances only are exclusive to the houses like Dior and Chanel, or maybe Guerlain. But most of the other fragrance designers, they'll be available. So look for discounts. And then try to get, my next point would be, try to get a balanced collection. For example, what I mean by balanced. Try to get some winter fragrances, guys, some summer fragrances, some aquatics, some lemon-based fragrances, some sporty fragrances, and some of them some romantic fragrances, nighttime, and then going out, special occasion, dating. So when you have like a fruity, floral, so you give yourself, like if you own 20 fragrances, give yourself enough choices. So you're going to be like looking at your collection before you go out, and you have like, oh no, I don't have like, imagine you have all aquatics and summer fragrance, and you just have to go somewhere, it's cold out, night out, and you'll be like, hey, I have only aquatic fresh fragrances, I don't have anything for the special occasion. So get instead of getting the similar like 10-20 fragrances that smells exactly the same, get different mix of fragrance in your collection. Very important. Okay, next, this is a serious, sounds funny but a serious point. Guys, don't kill people with your fragrance. I sincerely mean it. Like, you can, instead of getting people killed with a weapon or something, you can get people killed with a fragrance. If you're wearing this, for example, Angel Man from Thierry Mugler, this is an awesome fragrance. It's a gourmand fragrance. It has a chocolate, coffee, patchouli, all the dark notes, and very nice scent. But there is a time and an application aspect of it. This you cannot wear in a dead heat. Let's say in a classroom where you're wearing this 20 sprays of this. People around you think you smell like a skank or something. Like something died. There's a dead cat in the end of the room or somewhere. Watch the reviews. Most of the fragrance, they have reviews online, and see the application number of sprays. and the real reviewers, genuine reviewers, are going to tell you the exact number of sprays you are supposed to apply. With this, I don't want to go more than 2 sprays with this. Even if, like say, I'm going out in summer, yeah, okay, bit cooler, but I'm not going to spray 8 to 10 of Amen. Or even, funny enough, Isimiake, Low DC Isimiake, one of the most popular summer fragrance from Designer House. This may look like a very simple and fresh and clean, but I swear, if you apply 5-6 sprays of this, you're gonna be killing people even in the summer, because this projects, this lasts, and then it's not very nice when you spray a lot of it. Sometimes less is more with the fragrance. Ideal fragrance is this. So I'll tell you again, check the fragrance reviews and then see the application, and do follow it by your heart. With the proper application, you can please people, and then you can smell good as well. Okay, so I'm coming to the end, towards the end, few more points. This is the thing that I learned from the last 1 year. For fragrances, when you are a fan of one particular fragrance, don't stick to that forever. I mean, yes, you can. Like, for example, when I was not part of the game, I was just wearing fragrances and had no clue. I used to love lemon-based fragrances, anything that has lemon in it. All right, so you have anything that smells citrusy smells good. Lacoste, Polo, so anything, CK, fresh citrus, great, perfect. But when getting inside the game, you actually learn to adapt to new things. Try out few new fragrances. There's some good fragrance for a reason. Some established fragrances. For example, I'll give you an example of a fragrance. Prada Amber Pour Homme, the intense version. This is not a falling in love in the first sniff, from the first sniff, you're not gonna love this in the first sniff. No way. Most of the guys will agree with me. This is a fantastic scent, night out scent, and a very romantic scent, and very niche quality juice. But then I wasn't expecting the opening as this has, but I learned to love this. So some of the fragrances, go for a few new notes. Like I never like lavender or vanilla in a fragrance. I learned to love them, guys. All right. So think about it. Like you have a different take, and in vetiver, it was not one of my favorite notes. I like it now. All right. So give it a thought. Another note on another thing is, don't worry about reformulations. Recent talk is a big deal. Reformulation. La Nuit de l'Homme is getting reformulated now. The Chanel's blue, the Chanel getting reformulated. With time, guys, some of the things in the past were better. Some of the things are better right now. So you cannot have it all. That's what I'm trying to tell. You cannot have it all in one fragrance or any particular house. It's not possible. Some of the things that are good back then, sometimes, nowadays not so great, But some of the things that are good now were not that great back then. So people's tastes change, cultures change, and then the demands change. So go with whatever is available, and things might get worse from this point onwards, right? So if you don't think La Nuit de l'Homme is that strong right now, get it right now, because it might get worse or might get discontinued in the future. All right. Okay. Then fragrances. Does it have any? They mention Pour Homme for male, for women. For me, I think most of the time they don't have any genders attached to it. Never ever. I never associate fragrance with gender. Sometimes if it smells a bit too much floral, or I don't know, I don't want to call it slutty, but if you wear something, you're gonna smell a bit like a baby, pink baby, for a guy, or it's gonna smell very feminine. Maybe you can avoid it. But apart from that, some of the ladies' perfumes, they are very nice. Angel, very nice fragrance. It's more like men and women can both wear it. So there is no actually gender attached to a fragrance. The last point, I think before I finish, I will touch up, is this, okay? The application, right? So, okay, before the application, one last point, that is like, when you actually buying fragrances, save up and buy good quality fragrances, guys. Don't buy $20-30 mediocre fragrances. Not gonna last you. You're just gonna be like not using them so much. You're not gonna get the satisfaction, and you're gonna be wasting money, right? So plan and buy the stuff, quality stuff, even if you pay a bit more. Okay. So last point, coming to end for application, how to apply fragrances and where to apply. must have seen numerous videos and stuff, but then you have to know. I'll give you two kinds of fragrances, which one can be worn a lot and which one you should wear, carefully. I'll pick up two. For example, Polo Blue. Let's pick up Ultramall. Both of them are blue, my favorite color. Okay, these two are not to be applied in a similar fashion. Polo Blue, guys, is a summer fragrance. It's a light fragrance. It's a casual fragrance. You can wear as much as much as you want of this fragrance, and no one's gonna be choking. You're gonna smell great, and every 2-3 hours you can refresh yourself with 5-6 sprays, no problem. And then you can wear it in your wrist, on your clothes, and then in your neck. Anywhere is good. It's not gonna give you a headache, or you're not gonna feel vomitish. Ultramall, guys, this is one of the beasts in the fragrance game. Okay, if you spray more than 1 or 2 on your skin, even if it's say winter or summer, no matter when, you're gonna be choking and you're gonna be vomiting every 5 minutes, guys, because this is strong, potent stuff. It doesn't leave your skin so fast, and it's gonna last you literally 1 whole day. Like, I tried this in the mall. It stayed with me for at least 15 to 16 hours, guys, and smells nice, but sometimes, in the heat is so much, you're gonna smell a bit cloying and then not so nice. So maybe 1 spray here, and then you tap. Never ever do rubbing. I would refer to my man Al. He said never rub your wrist, never ever do this stuff. Just tap maybe, because when you rub it, you're gonna kill the molecules. So basically that's all I have to say right now. So thank you very much for the people who actually had the patience to watch this, and I just wanted to cover some of the aspects of a fragrance game, because it's important that you know how to apply, how to purchase, use, and then collect. So these are from my experience, these are my tips. So thank you so much, guys. If you have any tips to give or add, please add it to the comments box. All right, it will be very helpful for people, and then it will be helpful for me as well. So thank you very much, guys. Take care, keep enjoying, and keep smelling good, guys. Take care. See ya.